fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss that fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? Let's go. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another WWE 2K23 stream where we are going to be discussing the latest, greatest piece of information that we could have ever gotten today. We've seen so much posted online, man. I'm ready to have a good time with y'all, talk about it, and have a blast enjoying what we saw. Honestly, it's not all perfect. It's not all there. That's just the truth of the situation. It's the truth of the matter, right? At the end of the day, we would have wished for something, I guess, more detailed is probably the best way I can put it. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, us WWE fans are going to be nitpicking every little bit of extra info they toss our way. And for better or worse, it's okay. It's okay to not like something. The game doesn't have to be flawless. It's going to have its flaws. You may not agree with everything you see today at the end of the day. So just know that your opinion is valid, and you don't have to feel like you got to rush anywhere. All right? I didn't fly out. No, I did not fly out. I did not fly out. So, ultimately, what we're going to be covering in this stream right now, right here, we're going to be talking about War Games, some of the entrances that we saw. We're going to be talking about the gameplay, and, of course, the outdated attires that everyone's talking about. But ultimately, it comes down to this. When 2K22 launched, we were anticipating that game like there was no tomorrow. Why? Why were we so hyped? Because we hadn't had a game in such a long time. So mentally, we were open-minded and we were expecting 2K22 to come out with open arms. We were ready to just grab whatever they gave us, no matter the consequences. We just wanted to jump right into another WWE title. We wanted it to be perfect, and it wasn't, but it was still a lot of fun. And 2K22 had a lot of good going for it. What up, D-Money? It had a lot of good... Third cup of coffee. Oh my goodness. I like most of what I saw. Agreed, it wasn't perfect. Some clipping issues and showcase looking pretty identical outside of playing as the opponents. Uncle Harper. So at the end of the day, when you look at 2K23 and what we were looking to get out of it, you need to understand one thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What do you mean, Lex? Well, 2K22 had a very strong foundation in terms of gameplay. Why would they change the gameplay for the sake of changing the gameplay? Why would they go in and tarnish what they worked so hard building up for us to ultimately, embrace this new change? So with 2K23, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I see you, Steven, Blazer, Duda. So with 2K23 going into this game, we're like, okay, 2K22 was fun. It didn't last that long. It had this, and that. These are the issues. I want them to change this, and I want them to do that. And we're getting more needy because of our expectations have gone up. Right? What up, Junior? What up, Dewdrop? The expectations have gone up since 2K22. We're looking at 2K23, and my goodness, based on what I see online, everyone wants a perfect game. And it just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Not in the wrestling world, not in any world. There's no such thing as a perfect game. You know why? Because a lot of it, despite its technicalities and things that's out of our control, there's still something called perception, right? Each individual's point of view and each individual's experience. So 2K22 could have been the best game ever for me, but it could have been the worst game for you. All right? It could have been the worst game for you because of all the glitches that you had. No spamming, please. No spamming. No spamming. No spamming. You're going to get put on timeout if you spam again. So at the end of the day, we're getting more needy. What up, Dinky? We're getting more picky. All right? And it's okay. We need to push them to create a better game. We need to push them to give us more. Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to push the boundaries. Lex, why are you opening up the stream with this big-ass monologue? Well, because the gameplay at its core is still a lot like 2K22, but there was no issues with that. That's not what I was looking for. Everyone is talking about, I want to see entrances. I want to see gameplay. I want to see how War Games plays out. I don't care about any of that. You know why I don't care about any of that? Because I already know that if War Games is in the game this year and they've been working on it since 2K22 and before then, it's going to be fun. It's going to be like Elimination Chamber. It's going to be what we want. I get it. We're anxious. We're desperate. We want to see everything. But those are not the questions I'm asking. That's not the answers I want. I want to know what's in universe mode. I want to know what's my GM about. I want to know what's the difference with My Rise. We already know that Showcase is going to be what we saw last year with Rey Mysterio, but you're going to be able to play as the person facing John Cena. So we already know these things. I want to know about the things that's going to push the game into the future, into the next couple months or 10 months or so, which is going to be the next year. That's what I want. I want them to deep dive into what this game has to offer that 2K22 didn't have. I don't want them to showcase how beautiful the graphics are. We already know that. I don't want them to showcase the gameplay. We already know what it is. There's no need for that. So What they did today was actually create this anxiety because I'm reading the comments. A lot of people are looking at these videos and everyone is just saying, oh, well, this looks like 2K22 with an updated roster. Well, no shit. What did you expect? It's a yearly release. So what did you expect? You get me? So the videos that we're getting today is not good enough. So what is it that's good enough at the end of the day? To each his own. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So the most important piece of information that I got from today, I'm going to talk about it to open up the stream, and then we're going to get into all the other stuff. That's why I'm going on this rant right here. Not this rant, but like this little run, should I say, because it's not a rant. It's not a rant. I'm just saying a lot of people are asking the wrong questions, and that's why we're getting the wrong answers. That's why we're getting the wrong answers. That's why we're getting the wrong videos. Great. We're getting the War Games video, the gameplay video for War Games. Awesome. Everyone wanted to see what War Games looked like. We got it. We don't need to see anything else. We saw everything we needed to see. We need answers. As the month goes on, right? As we get deeper into February, we got to hear from the developers themselves, coming from the horse's mouth, why they made the decisions they made on 2K23. Why do they want us to buy 2K23 instead of just continuing 2K22? Why do they want us to get the new game? That's what they need to talk about. What does 2K23 have to offer that 2K22 didn't? I don't want to hear that it's just a roster update, okay? That's not enough. Obviously, the whole community's complaining for the most part. Now, there is a select group of people that are enjoying, the footage. I'm one of them. For the most part, I enjoyed the footage that they gave today because it's okay. Like, I'm not even deep diving into the clips because I already knew the game was going to look good. I already knew that wrestlers were going to have their attires outdated. When have we gotten a WWE game or a wrestling game in general with updated attires? These wrestlers change their attire like every month, sometimes every other week. So when can think about any wrestling game that you've ever played? When have we gotten the right attire at launch? Think about it. It's almost never happened unless the wrestler doesn't change their attire and they stay with the same gimmick. So before we get into the regular mumbo jumbo stuff, oh, Lex, what did you think about the entrances? Oh, Lex, what do you think about the roster that was revealed so far? Oh, Lex, what do you think about War Games? We're going to get into that. But the most important thing that was revealed today from what I saw was that dude Phoenix, Nitro Phoenix, or Phoenix Nitro is his name, right? He's one of those 2K next makers or something, whatever they call it. So he did an interview with Lionel Jinx. And I like Lionel Jinx. I don't have an issue with Lionel Jinx. A lot of people put the blame on him, and I get it. There has to be someone that you point the finger to and blame for the game being how it is or whatever issues the game has. Like NBA has Ronnie 2K, WWE has Lionel Jinx. So that interview was good because he revealed that Universe Mode is not only built on a new engine, meaning they went away from what we got in 2K22. Universe Mode is brand new. And the engine that they used was the MyRise engine. Lex, what does that mean? Straight Edge wrote that to me. Straight Edge hit me up on Twitter and he's like, oh, they're using the same engine as MyRise. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Well, his answer basically was that in universe mode, we're going to be able to either handpick every animation before and after matches to create more riveting stories. Listen up. You're going to be able to pick what a superstar does before and after a match to create the story, right? You can handpick that, or you could leave it up to chance, and you only pick one for the good guy or for the bad guy, whoever you want to be. Okay? So it's not like create a story. There's animations that are going to be triggered. So if you're a good guy, you have a list of animations that you get to do before or after a match. The biggest thing to hear here, the biggest thing to listen to here is that if you want to control everyone, you can. There's a freedom mode. It's a setting. All right? It doesn't matter if they had it in 2012. This is 2K23. This is 2K doing their own spin to it. Forget about them having it in 2012. I don't even remember. Hear he. Exactly, Bill. So there's like a free mode where you get to ultimately tinker with the decisions of how the wrestlers react, or you leave it up to chance and you only pick one and it scrambles, right? It scrambles. Lionel Jinx also said that going into 2K23, he thinks that Universe Mode is going to be basically the... What is that he said? It's going to be one of those sleepers. Because not a lot of people are expecting for it to be good because of what happened with 2K22. It didn't meet the marker for many fans, including myself. So with 2K23, he said, we added the ability to pick these modes. We added the ability to trigger these animations thanks to MyRise. But most importantly, there's other little surprises there that people are going to get to enjoy. So just that alone and understanding how that system works and that they're actually using the foundation of MyRise and how MyRise works, that says a lot. It basically opens the door for us to have this experience with Universe Mode that we haven't had in quite some time. Because if you remember playing Universe Mode in 2022, it was pretty whack because they didn't trigger the animations when you wanted them. You didn't see enough cutscenes. Now we're going to see a lot of cutscenes. You get me? So, J-Dib, I see what you're saying. It's totally unfair how you're being treated, Lex, compared to everyone else. No worries, man. I know. I saw your comments. You were asking me what happened with the copyright strike, but it's okay, man. I'm already past that. It's okay. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're talking about all the information that was given today. Me versus you, Lex. Lionel named Universe is number 2. Yes, Lionel said that number 2 is Universe Mode behind War Games, which War Games is actually the most hyped up, most amped up, like, everyone is dying for War Games. Everyone. So for him to have said that this is number 2, Universe Mode as the sleeper mode that could turn into something far more than we ever thought, I think that's a really good sign. The fact that he is pretty much putting that stamp of approval on it, it says a lot. So that was good. That was really, really good. Now, another bit of information that we got from MyGM, which is a different mode, by the way, completely different from Universe, but let's transition to MyGM because there wasn't much more on Universe there. But for MyGM, he said that not only are we getting expanded titles, expanded matches, we're also getting a variety of match types and how that whole system works. And that we are not only just going to go toe-to-toe with one GM. Remember, it's up to 4 players now, but even if it's against the computer, it's going to be you versus 3 other general managers. So you're going to have to manage your money even better now. You're going to have to manage the roster and the free agents. So it's going to complicate the situation in MyGM a lot more, aka creating this exciting scenario where it just wasn't there before and it kind of got old quick. Now, we didn't get much news on the MyGM stuff. Nitro, what's his name? Phoenix Nitro, I believe is his name. He tried getting a little more out of him, but that's as much as he wanted to give. I'm sure they're saving a lot of this information for the developer blogs that they're going to be doing. The pin system, it's not obligated. You can still do the tap. The pin system that they added this year is a lot better though, because the tapping, after you get pinned the third or fourth time from getting hit with the finishers, you pretty much know the match is over. The new finisher is a slider that goes back and forth depending on how exhausted you are, right? And you got to hit up on the right stick to nail it. So if you line up the meter moving from side to side and you get it within that green box and you kind of, it's like a hook. Like if you were able to hook the pin within the range, you're going to be able to kick out. So it comes down to timing. All right. So besides that, another piece of information that I was excited to see, believe it or not, I'm a big visual guy. So when it comes to the menus, I didn't want it to look exactly like 2K22 because I wanted it to feel new and fresh. One of the things with 2K22 is that the menu got plain and old really, really quick because besides the squares, it was the same color every single time you logged in. All right? So the menu this year is actually going to feature different Titatrons from different superstars. I saw it on the Sam Roberts video on YouTube. It showed John Cena's background, and then it showed Judgment Day's background, and it kept rotating, and he cut the screen in and out, so we weren't able to see more Titatrons. But from what I'm seeing, we're going to get new Titatrons. We're going to get Titatrons to give us that new menu feel throughout the year. So no more that same boring color logging into the game. That is really relieving because sometimes when you're in the menus and you're creating and you're messing around and tweaking stuff, the menus get really, really boring and it wears you out. So I know that is very, very small and not that big of a deal, but I wanted to add that out there in case people didn't know. We're getting a new menu layout with the background at least. So I like it. It's not dull. Exactly. It's colorful. I guess we could talk about war games right now. So in war games, you get to light, I don't know if it's just exclusive to war games, but we're going to be able to light the table on fire. We're going to be able to climb the cage to the very tippity top and walk around to jump off. We're going to be able to jump between ropes from ring to ring like it's like a free form. There's weapon taunts, which they had already announced that, yes. You're the character that's coming from the crowd, right? That's being locked away in its own cage. The character coming into the ring, before getting into the ring, they get to bring in weapons. You get to choose like if it was an Extreme Rules match. So before going into the ring, you get to get some weapons and you put it in and then you get in the ring. So we're going to be able to bring in an excessive amount of weapons by the time the match is getting close to its ending once everybody's all in there. Now, they did say that War Games is only 4v4. They didn't do 5v5 this year. It's a weapon wheel. Exactly. Just like the Extreme Rules. So all these cool features that they brought onto War Games not only makes it more authentic, but it makes it like what we saw this past Survivor Series pay-per-view. So pretty cool that we're able to play 4v4 and 3v3. I think that it was a good visual experience from the gameplay that I saw. I think it was a good visual experience. It looked really fun for the most part. Now, we're pretty much talking about the positives so far. We haven't really got into the negative stuff. Some of the things that really irked me was that Bobby Lashley was revealed earlier today. They didn't change his animation at all. They didn't give him the podium. They didn't give him the proper lighting. And his facial expressions haven't changed. So, Bobby Lashley is not the only one. There's other superstars that's a carbon copy. But, for example, let's talk about Drew McIntyre with the sword and his animation. There's no real need to change that for the sake of changing it. There's no real need to just go ahead and, give us something different when in all reality, Drew McIntyre still does that same entrance. Brock Lesnar still does his same entrance. So one of the biggest standouts in all the entrances that I saw was the attention to detail for Rhea Ripley, for example. Rhea Ripley looks amazing. Her animation, her mannerism, they did a ridiculous job. Rhea Ripley is one of the best superstars in this year's game. For all the complaining that I had about Bobby, it's the complete opposite for Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is just like out of this world. So spot on. Amazing work. Ultimately, I am more than just satisfied. I am beyond satisfied with Rhea Ripley. Her hairstyle when she does the stomp and it moves up and everything, amazing animations. Good job, 2K. Good job. So we're giving them some thumbs up for that. But now let's talk about the double entrance. The double championship entrance. Everyone wants to talk about it, so let's talk about it. Everyone wants to talk about how Roman is coming out with 2 belts. As much as I want to get excited, as much as I want to praise him for adding both belts, it was a massive letdown to see Roman Reigns come out there like a random Joe Schmo. I didn't feel like I was watching Roman Reigns. I felt like I was watching Ramen Noodle. The double entrance is just not it for Roman. It was good, just not for Roman. The music wasn't even synchronized. They didn't have the fireworks for him. Now, I'm hoping that it's because Paul Heyman is missing. I'm hoping that once we do the Paul Heyman entrance, it's going to be a lot better. All right? So hopefully we could trigger the Paul Heyman animation and it'll help the entrance, okay? Because he could wear one around his waist and Paul Heyman could hand him the other one. So if we get the Paul Heyman one, maybe that fixes the Tribal Chief's entrance. But Roman Reigns by himself, doing the generic lifting the belt like this, with one around his shoulder, didn't do nothing for me. Now, ultimately, at the very least, it's a win for us. Lex, why are you celebrating it? It's a win for us. Because let's be honest, we don't really want Roman Reigns to hold both titles, the WWE and Universal title, unless you want to make it like real life. But in our universe mode, we're probably going to have someone hold the United States Championship and maybe the European Championship. We'll probably have a random superstar with a double championship entrance versus it actually being Roman Reigns. So I think that having the double title entrance, that is great. I'd rather have it than not at all. It gives us something to work with, especially with advanced creation. We can tweak it a little bit. So I want to talk about Kurt Angle. My big problem is, how does Roman have the same Titantron still? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy for sure. Kurt Angle looks ridiculous. Oh my God. Kurt Angle looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. They worked on him and did an exceptional job. Great job, 2K. When you ask me, Lex, who were you looking forward to on this roster? Who do you want to see in this roster? Kurt Angle was at the top of the list. We already saw Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes looks amazing, 10 out of 10. I was a little scared about for Kurt Angle, but now we get to see him in full motion. Kurt Angle looks crazy good. Crazy. How about Braun Breaker? Have you guys seen Braun Breaker? He has his little, the nameplate from NXT with the colors, the NXT belt with the colors, the motion. Braun Breaker looks ridiculous. Another guy that I was really looking forward to. Now, I want to see Solo Sikoa. I'm a little worried. I haven't seen any signs of Solo Sikoa. Braun has that picture-perfect, spot-on title entrance. He needs a bit more muscle definition. Man, he looks great. And let me tell you guys, with every bit of gameplay that we got, the biggest winner here, the biggest takeaway, should I say, not the biggest winner, because we're the biggest winners, us, the fans. The biggest takeaway, that new lighting system they brought in. Oh my goodness, that lighting system is off the chain. Off the chain. Every superstar not only looks more realistic, but it helped with the entrances and even within the match. Just that alone made me feel like I was looking at a new game. We're not giving them enough credit for that. Oh, that lighting that they got, chef's kiss. Amazing work. Outstanding job. The shadows, the skin tones, it looks like ray tracing. I'd venture to say that it is, damn it. It was that really good. I was just, man, head over heels. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And not just the lighting. How about the fireworks and pyro? Have you guys paid attention to the sparkles and the fireworks, like the flames and the sound? Have you guys been listening to it with the headphones on and stuff? Like you could hear like when it's the sparkly pyro, you hear the like, and it's like perfect, picture perfect. So one of the things that I can say about 2K23 already is that, man, when they hit it right on, strike right down the middle, when they hit the nail on the head, they knock it out the park. They knock it out the park. Like, they just crush it when everything lines up. When everything lines up, the game is like match made in heaven. So when I look at 2K23, it is an updated version of 22. It is 100% an updated 2K22. I never thought otherwise, though. I never thought it would be more than that. I wanted a deeper system in terms of game modes. And to touch base on what you're saying, Bill, because I see what you brought it up a couple times. I was trying to make my way there. My faction, they haven't talked about it, but my faction's going to have online. And I said it in the stream from earlier today. My faction is actually the portal to us having access to get updated attires and different versions of superstars that we know and love. Lionel Jinx said it in an interview before all this came out today. My faction is their way of having access to pump that new content into the game in the easiest way. So if they're able to update my faction the way they did with 2K22, but actually give us new attires and haircuts, or if you know, like that goes a long way. An auction house would be a nice touch for sure, Bill. I think Solo might be DLC. Yeah, I know they didn't have him with the bloodline stuff. I know he might end up being DLC. I'll take it. I just want him in the game. Yeah, no one revealed Kevin Owens. No, but we saw him in the War Games gameplay, and like at least in the trailer we saw. So at the end of the day, guys, is 2K23 gonna be perfect? No. Most things in life typically aren't. That's a no-brainer. That's not even a hot take. That's obvious. But when I look at the stuff that they revealed today, I look at my checklist. And am I checking a lot of the items that I wanted to see there? Yes. Yes. I am. They gave me another pin system in case I want to change it. They gave me variety. I wanted variety in gameplay. Just that little tweak can go a long way. Check. Kurt Angle. I wanted Kurt Angle to look spot on. I want to have a good time using Kurt Angle. I didn't want some random version of Kurt Angle. I wanted him to look like himself and to be modernized for 2K23. I got that. Braun Breaker. Got it. Double championship entrance. Got it. New match type. Got it. I haven't seen special guest referee. That one hurts. That one hurts. That one hurts. You know? You didn't want the ball to that hurt too. Stop thinking. You mean to tell me you didn't want that guy? I wanted a new, more realistic lighting system. I got it. So all I'm saying is create a checklist of things that you want to see in the game and go down the list. Do you see more W's? I'm asking you honestly, from the bottom of my heart, chat. From the information and the gameplay videos that we saw across social media, did we get more W's today or L's? Did you guys get more W's or L's based on your list? Everyone has their own list. We're all like Chris Jericho out here. We're all like Chris Jericho. Was the information provided today more positive than negative? That's the question. That's what matters at the end of the day. You get me? Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. We got more W's. What up, Taboy? And for the people that are trying to be the negative Nancy, bitter Bettys, the Karens of the world, there's only one L. That's Bobby and repeat. Yeah, for majority of the show talent. I agree, though. I agree. I don't disagree. Fair assessment. So look at the chat. Guys, it's February 2nd, 2023. And I'm just trying to use logic here. I just want to use logic. Because one of the things that hurts me the most as a fan of something that I'm so passionate and love, even though it may have its L's and its negatives and things that I would have wanted ain't there. Like I said, it ain't perfect. I'm not saying it is. But one thing that hurts me is that sometimes people, because of other people's perception and the trend that's created, they don't allow themselves to enjoy something that they may probably find joy in if they give it a fair shot with an open mind. If you go into it understanding that in 2 years ago, you guys remember where we were 2 years ago? We weren't anticipating a WWE game. I'm not saying give them a free pass. I'm not saying look the other way. All I'm saying is count your W's versus your L's and what's winning. Who has the lead right now? Is it the L's that you spotted? The recycled entrances, the same animations, or are you gonna count your W's and be honest with yourself? Because everybody wanted War Games. War Games looks complicated in terms of creation. So 2K22 had really good support for the most part. People just got impatient. And they did drop old gen. I will say that they dropped the old gen because old gen had more issues than they could have probably bargained for. And that's unfortunate. Lex is basically saying count your blessings with 2K. Honestly, half of the people, exactly, look at what Yami just said. Look at what Yami just said. When I play matches online, I turn on the entrances. Guess what? I never get to see the entrances. To the point where I don't even turn them on anymore. You know why I can't turn on online entrances? You know why I can't turn it on? You know why I can't turn on the online entrances? Because everybody skips it. Everybody skips it. Nobody online wants to watch an entrance. But those are the same people that are complaining. Those are the same people that are going to bash the game and trash the game and tell you that the game is trash. Because it's the same shit. Two years ago, where were you 2 years ago? You were either playing 2K20 or you were playing some other old wrestling game. So I'm not saying, hey, man, I'm not saying, hey, let's look the other way and let's just be satisfied with a pile of garbage. Let's just be satisfied with whatever they give us. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want you guys to twist my words. I don't want people that are lurking and looking in the background through the bushes. I don't want them to be like, oh, this guy, he's being too positive. All I'm saying is, man, life's too short to complain about a handful of things versus the buttloads of W's we just got today. We just got a backpack full of W's today. Be grateful that we got all these W's, man. Because the game is going to be a lot of fun. And if you have a next-gen console, GG's, bro, because it's going to look even better. It's going to run even better. So that's what it comes down to. Your perception. Because I'm looking at Lionel Jinx. I'm looking at the NXT makers who actually went and played the game. Like, these guys went and played the game. They don't get paid to tell us lies. And everyone's excited, but you're not. How does that make sense? You ain't even play the game. You ain't even play the game, but you mad? Hey, you haven't even played. I could tell you guys haven't even played Madden. I could tell you guys haven't played Madden. I could tell you haven't played NBA. NBA is in the worst state it's ever been with the community. NBA 2K right now, the community has their back turned so hard that they want NBA Live. Imagine that a game is so bad that the NBA 2K community is begging for NBA Live. And the NFL, the Madden NFL community is begging for NFL 2K. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? The Madden NFL community from EA wants 2K to make the NFL game. And the NBA community wants EA to make the basketball game. Dog, it's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. I didn't tell you don't. When did I say you can't be mad? Yo, guys, can someone in the chat, someone who's been paying attention to what I've been saying, someone who's actually processed what I've been saying, can you guys get John up to speed? He's saying that he has the right to be mad. Can somebody please get him up to speed with what I'm trying to explain here? Did I not say that there's L's? We took some L's today. We can't go up to bat 10 for 10. It's not realistic. Everything that they showed today wasn't a grand slam. I'm being realistic here though. Am I really saying that the game that you can't have a gripe against the game? Form your own conclusions. That's all I said. Everyone has the right. Everyone has the right to feel however they feel. Just don't let someone else ruin your happiness. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Dog, I'm reading the comments and I'm just like, bro, what are we talking about? The game is outdated. The game is outdated. The game is outdated. What do you want me to tell you? You want me to lie to you? You think I'm happy that the tribal chief, which I'm rocking his shirt, $35, $40 shirt, by the way. I like the tribal chief. I have his armband. I'm a tribal chief mark, if that's what you want to call me. I'm a super tribal chief fan. You think I'm happy that they messed up his entrance? You think I'm happy that they didn't change his hair? You think I'm happy that he didn't come out with Solo Sikoa? Or Sami Zayn for that matter? You think I'm happy that they gave him the double title entrance, but it's not even synchronized? The title floats over the wrestler's shoulder because it's all based on different camera angles and different superstars. So if they're placing the belt on the person's shoulder and the person ends up being as big as Undertaker, but the measurements are for someone like Rey Mysterio, then the belt is going to come out in their nipple. So what they do is that they give it a little bit of extra space so it doesn't clip. You know what clip means? Let me explain to you what clipping means. When wrestlers in the game usually have like a coat or a jacket or their hair sticks out and they have a headband, clipping basically means that it overlaps and it looks like this. So they don't want the championship title to look like this. Would you rather have the championship title look like this? Like, yeah, you see a little gap every so often depending on the camera angle, but would you rather see the little gap every so often depending on the wrestler, or would you rather see the title shrink into their shoulder? Pick your poison. What would you rather see? Because I get it. Everybody wants the title to rest on the shoulder. I get it. This is what we want. But if you're measuring The Undertaker, who the title is going to be up here, versus Rey Mysterio is going to be right here, Undertaker's going to come out with the title through his body. And let's be honest, that's noticeable in certain angles. It's not noticeable with every superstar. So, damn if I do, damn if I don't. Complaining about the title being like that is like complaining about outdated attires. You know what 2K is going to say? If you literally hit them up and say, hey guys, why didn't you update the attire for such and such? You know what they're going to say? Hey, no worries. No worries. I'm sorry. The cutoff date for the attires that we scanned into the game unfortunately passed. We have to have a cutoff date for the game in order to make it work for you. So since we didn't make the cutoff date to add the brand new attire, no worries. We gave you the ability to change it. It's called community creations. And if you suck at creating, no worries. There's a bunch of people out there that love it, that spend more time creating than playing the game. And you could download it off of them. Wait, there's more. You can favorite those creators. So then you could go back and download every time they update a new wrestler. So after every pay-per-view, after every Monday Night Raw, after every SmackDown, you could log online with your Cheeto crusty fingers, log online, and download the latest attire. That's what they're going to tell you. That's why they updated the creation suite. So we have more options to keep it up to date. So we could dress the superstars how they look the part. I'm not being a cheerleader. I'm answering your question. It's the reality. How are they going to update it, my dude? I want you to come up with a valid complaint. I want you to complain about some sort of malfunction. I want you to complain that they haven't added special guest referee, but they added war games. They added war games, but they still haven't added special guest referee. Are you serious? Complain about that. But you're going to complain about Roman Reigns wearing, he's still wearing the God tier mode. He's not wearing the Bloodline shirt. I'm not making a mockery. I'm telling you to ask the right questions. Push them to be better. Because guess what? If they spend all their time worrying about having the latest attire, they're going to take away from doing something else, and you're going to find something else to complain about. John, understand this, my guy. If you don't like the attire and it feels outdated, and they end up giving you that attire updated, and they tell you, hey guys, this year we're stripping away, I don't know, we're going to strip away Universe Mode. Let's strip away Universe Mode because this year we weren't able to add to Universe Mode or Showcase. We were actually focusing this year on streamlining the ability to update the attires. Instead of you downloading it on the community creation, we wanted to update the attires, and we're going to charge you for it. We're going to charge you for this service that we're going to keep active year-round. Exactly. What MGM just said is exactly what I'm saying. Complain about things that make sense. Complain about things that we should be upset about. We should be upset about some of the animations we saw with Roman Reigns. We should be upset about the Titatron. We should be upset about the pyro. We should be upset about these things that they needed to have scanned and worked on, not about the attire. So are you going to be like, would you want 2K to become like Fortnite, where they add new skins to the same game? You want them to just add new gear like Fortnite or like Call of Duty where they add you new skins for the guns? Is that what you want? You want to spend like $10 to $20 to get like one or two wrestlers when you could just download it for free with all the tools they give? Yeah, I don't want a live game service, guys. That's why I don't want to complain about that shit. I complain about the attires when it's like 2 years old. Guys, I've complained about attires. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Let me make this very loud and clear. I've been one to complain about attires, but it's usually happened when the gimmick is completely different. Look, earlier today I was complaining that Brock Lesnar doesn't have his cowboy hat with the vest. They should have had Brock Lesnar with the cowboy hat and the vest because they didn't really work on Brock Lesnar. They could have at the very least given him a cowboy hat. I don't care that he doesn't have the braids. I don't want this to become a live service. The moment you tell them that all you care about is adding new attires and updating those attires, I don't want them to go ahead and come up with an idea to add and update these things and charge us for it, bro. Because all these things need to get scanned and created in a way where it looks realistic in the game. I'm not trying to be a cheerleader, bro. Whoever rides with me, man, and tunes into the streams on a daily basis and tunes into my gameplay sessions and have tuned in for the last year or even before that, I don't hold back, man. When I need to go off on something and if I don't like something, I'm going to go off on it. I'm not being a cheerleader. I'm saying, bro, that there's a lot more to complain about than that. There's bigger fish to fry. You want to be mad? Be mad about something that we should be mad about. Bobby Lashley's podium. I already complained about that this morning. You want to see me complain about Bobby Lashley? Go watch the stream from earlier. You just tuned in right now. Don't say that I'm a big cheerleader. You don't know what you're saying. Get your facts straight. I was pissed off with Bobby Lashley's intro. I said they messed up one of my favorite superstars. What up, gamer? Don't put words in my mouth. Don't say I'm here being a cheerleader. I'm talking about the positives because I just asked the chat. Did we get more W's or L's? What do you guys think? Did we get more W's or L's? Be mad about the Cody Vader. I complained about the Cody Vader too, exactly. Because those are things that we're not going to be able to add that shit. And my dude, kill you. I don't know if you're trying to troll. If you got L's today, man, I don't know what to tell you, my dude. Maybe 2K23 is not for you. And it's okay. Watch me enjoy it and have fun playing it. I remember how pissed you were about Lashley's. Exactly, VJ. You don't want to get it? It's okay. Let me enjoy my W. Let me have fun with my W. Wait for the game to go on sale. You don't have to buy it day one. What's this whole fear of missing out? You don't have to buy it right now. Wait. Go get it on sale. Bro, you could buy 2K22 at the store right now for like $20. They're almost giving it out for free. Renders look bad? This dude really... Yo, this dude really complained about the renders. Something that you could just download and change yourself. He really just complained about the renders. That's even worse than complaining about the attires. He just said the renders, y'all. Yo, guys, help me understand. Is he complaining for the sake of complaining at this point? Where do we draw the line? Let me stop talking loud. Let me stop talking loud. Let me just talk like this for a second. At what point do we realize that we're just complaining to complain? He said the renders. Out of all, you can't make this up. No, you can't. What did I just come into? What did I just... My dog just came in here and with a straight face. With a straight face, he looked at me. He locked in eyes. He locked them eyes in is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me zoom in so we could lock in eyes. He locked in. He locked in, right? Like this. He locked in and this is what he said.
Yo, Lex. They messed up them renders, bro. They messed up them renders. They don't even got the right render, my dog. They messed up Roman Reigns. His render's off.
His render? His render? Wait, which render? This one right here with the double titles? You want this render? Look at all these renders I have. I have one for Stone Cold. I have one for Cody Rhodes. I have one for Roman Reigns. I have one for The Rock. He just said the game is trash because they messed up the renders. Kill you, man. I'm not trying to pick on you, but come on, let's be realistic. That's what this whole conversation is about. We can't come in here and say,
hey 2K, WWE 2K23 is alright, man, but you messed up the renders, man. You messed up the renders, man. You messed up the renders, 2K. The renders are off. Come on.
Chris Jericho's render's not in the game. Trash game. Oh, wait, he's not there. I'm confused. I'm legit confused. And kill you, man. Dog, I know you've been in these streams. We gotta love Lex. I love you too, my dog. Bro, it's all love. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to be an ass or anything like that. It's just you came in here and complained exactly what I was just saying a couple minutes ago. When this dude John or whatever his name was, Josh or however he said that I was being a cheerleader. And all I said was, guys, we gotta really complain about the serious stuff. Not about attires, not about renders. Let's talk about the real stuff. Let's talk about Bobby Lashley's podium. Let's complain about, certain animations that weren't added to Bobby Lashley's intro or the lack of pyro in Cody Rhodes' intro. Let's talk about how they haven't added special guest referee. But they have war games. But you can't have me go out there and count 1, 2, 3. But you could give me war games that it looks like a mode that belongs in Battlefield? A2K, I want you to put special guest referee.
Hey guys, 2K here. We understand you guys want special guest referee, but it's a technical issue. We don't know how to get you to count 1, 2, 3. So instead, we gave one of the more exciting matches that everyone's been asking for. We're actually giving you guys war games. It's war games.
2K, thank you for giving me war games. I don't want war games. Stop being lazy and give us better renders. I don't want war games. I want better renders.
All right? That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Like, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Lex having too much fun. I gotta have fun with it. Otherwise, what are we doing here? If we're not having fun, what are we doing here? The moment you stop having fun, the purpose of doing all of this flew over your head. The moment that we come here and complain about renders and attires being off, we have the tools to fix that. Easy fix. You know why it's an easy fix? Because we have dedicated creators in the community that I'm so thankful for. That I'm able to get the render I want. I'm able to get the attire I want. I'm able to get whatever the hell, the arena, whatever the case is. Thank you. The community, us in here, you guys in the chat, the 95 people here tuning in, the people commenting, the people that upload. We're the ones that give this game life. You hear me? They are giving us tools to fix the things that are easy fixes. Let's bash them for the things that we can't fix. Circle back again. We're doing the Hulk Hogan, brother. We're doing the Hulk Hogan. Circle back again. Circle back again. Today, based on what we got, I'm asking the chat once again, based on what we got, did you guys get more L's or more W's? Wins or losses? How do you guys feel about today's information? If you feel like you got more W's today, just put 1 or put a W. Either or, express yourself. I want you guys to feel like your voice is being heard. I'm paying attention to what you have to say. Everyone in here, here's your chance. So we have more W's. Now I'm going to ask the next question. Since we have more W's, I don't want to get into the W's right now. Let's talk about the L's. The ugly elephant in the room. I want to hear you out. Tell me one thing that you didn't like about today. I know I said one, and I did the wolf pack, but tell me one thing that you saw in today's videos that you didn't like. List one thing, just one, each person, one thing. Don't spam it. I'm going to read it. All right? I'm going to read it out loud. One thing that you saw today that really, really irked you. Something that really, really bothered you. Something that really ruined the experience. Something that you wish wasn't an L. List whatever complaint you have. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I see 2 Roman entrances. Roman entrance. Another one. Jay says gameplay. We'll get into that in a second, Jay. You don't have complaints? Roman's entrance didn't feel like the tribal chief. Felt like a regular superstar. Becky Lynch having makeup on her face for a default attire. Fair enough. Roman's entrance is generic. Cena's inaccurate attire. Cena's 2006 inaccurate model. Okay, fair enough. You really don't have any? I wish more content on base game instead of my faction. Fair enough. Roman's entrance sucked. I agree. Bobby Lashley, I don't know why. I shouldn't have expected it, but that's it. Bobby Lashley's another valid one. No custom entrance music. You already know that's trash. I know. I feel you. It's already older. Already with War Games, the steel cage is not there anymore. It's the that came out. Why did they do the first War Games in NXT is beyond me. That's an L. Shayna couldn't stop the chair taunting. We have some bugs that need to be fixed. It's the beta. It'll get fixed. John Cena's 06 had a lot of lots of hair. Other than that, the buzz cut. So the haircut for John Cena. All right. Lashley and Roman's entrance. Okay. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yo, guys, just so you know, that's my wife right there, Erica Marie. Sometimes she says I don't give her the right shout out or you guys don't give her any attention. Can you guys say hi, Erica? That's my wife right there. Say hi, Erica, please. If everyone could just say hi, Erica, that'll be great. 14 matches total. Yeah, that sucks. Please acknowledge my tribal queen. My tribal queen. Just say hi, Erica. Because sometimes she says that she comes in and no one even acknowledges her. So I want her to feel acknowledged. I want her to feel acknowledged. They only showed War Games. Acknowledge me? Exactly. We're acknowledging you. We're acknowledging you. We're acknowledging you. Acknowledge my tribal queen. She's here. She's here. She's arrived. You spelled it incorrectly. It's all good. Lex playing chess right now. I see you. No. So at the end of the day, right? Look at the chat, and most of the complaints was entrance related. Most of the complaints were entrances related. Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns. I know we got the John Cena complaints here and there that were really loud as well. But I would say that that's a good sign. What up, Troisky? That's a good sign. If they revealed the amount of information they gave us today, with the amount of information they gave us today, if our biggest L's are entrance related, you can fix. Exactly, Angel. Exactly. And I'm not saying that it's not valid, but if our biggest L's are Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, one of John Cena's models, unfortunately, it sucks, but there's a million of them either way. But yeah, I get it. I don't want to undermine it. It sucks that John Cena doesn't have the right hair. It really does. That annoys me too. So those are things that, like I said earlier, I play online. Everyone skips entrances. Everyone. No one cares. No one cares. Jay, you're talking about the gameplay, my guy. What are you talking about? You've been selling out lately, bro. You haven't been joining the streams. You haven't been joining the Discord. You've been selling out. You're talking about gameplay. You're talking about gameplay. What is so wrong with the gameplay? Incorporate John Cena's new boss spot. I just got up. What info dropped? They dropped gameplay for the War Games and a bunch of entrances. And Universe Mode is now going to be built off of the MyRise engine. Time of year busy for me. Yep. Busy. Hold on. He says I'm capping. Yo. Hold on. Yeah, I can't wait for Hogwarts. Hogwarts comes out next week, man. Hogwarts is going to be really, really good. Hogwarts is going to be really good. Yo, Jay, you got your mic muted, my dog.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. You want to duke it out? You want to go toe-to-toe with Hulkamania?
That's crazy. You really capping on stream, man.
How am I capping? How am I capping? Go.
Nah. Let me just say this. Look.
Nah, don't start with that. Nah. Go talk.
Look, what we seen today was cool. I like, the War Games. That was pretty fun. The entrances, some was off. Okay. I don't really have a big problem with the entrances though. They usually nail those on the money.
All right.
My thing is just the gameplay, man. I don't like the combo system. That's like my biggest thing. That's pretty much what had me feeling that type of way about 22. Was like,
Really, you didn't like that?
nah, like the square X circle. Nah, I wasn't a big fan of it, man. Nah.
But you don't have to use that. That's an extra bonus. Why don't you like that? Because people reverse it too much?
Nah, well, just because like I would have to pause it to look at because each superstar has different combos, so I would have to like pause it to like look at all their combos like mid match or if I'm playing with a new superstar. So that really like
I get what you're saying. So you actually went into the move list and you're like, okay, I want to do this exact move, so I have to press up, down, like XX, whatever.
Yeah, but I'll have to look at each superstar is different, so like some have more moves, some have less. I'll have to keep pausing it, to look at those combos.
Well,
that was the only thing I didn't like.
You want me to be honest with you, dog? I haven't looked at that shit not once, bro.
Well, that's why you're not better than me. You don't do that, man. That's what I'm.
That's why. Oh, you're gonna Oh my. All right. Fair point in a way. No, he does have a fair point. I dig what he's saying. He has a fair point. But what is it that you would have wanted for everyone to press the same move for each superstar?
I mean, it would be better. Like if I'm going from like Stone Cold to like Rey Mysterio, like if there's the same combo, like buttons, like commands, and it does different, moves per superstar, it'll be better. I think.
The thing is, Jay, that they want you to feel like when you're wrestling with each individual, they want you to feel like it's that person you're using. They want it to be more of an experience that you mastered. Rey Mysterio, you mastered Undertaker, you mastered The Rock. And let's be honest, a lot of the superstars have very similar moves, unless there's like the high flyers, like the cruiserweights or the heavyweights or whatever. But we saw a lot of recycled moves between superstars, especially with the DLC characters. I saw a lot of the same moves.
Yeah, no, you're right. But just like I said, I just hate pausing it mid-match to like look at, combos to do like this.
How many times did you really pause, though? How many times did you really pause?
If I do a one-on-one, I'm pausing like at least 5 times, 5 to 6 times.
I don't know, man. When you faced me, did you know all your combos? Because I whooped your ass.
Okay. If somebody pull up that stream,
dude beat me on some technicalities. Come on now, get out of here.
I don't think I paused it, but that's online though. I don't got the opportunity to do that versus.
Nah, I know. I'm just trolling you. Look, that's a very, very valid point. That's probably the most concrete, valid point that anyone has brought up today, and that's something that could have been addressed with 2K23 and switched. But remember, by now, you have gotten a little used to it. Don't tell me you haven't gotten used to it.
True. I can admit, yeah.
So imagine if they would have implemented a brand new system this year. All right, so this year we're shying away from the combos. We're going to add this year XYZ. And you're like, shit, I just learned all these combos for nothing.
Right. No, that's valid. But that's my only complaint. I mean, they got war games. Somebody talked about the renders. It's kind of crazy, but the renders no issue. I change like all the renders all the time anyway, so that was never a thing.
I like what I see, bro. I like what I see. 2K22 to me was probably one of the most cleanest gameplays in terms of like wrestling games. It was one of the cleanest. They didn't have the chain lock or whatever, which I think is funny. Everybody wants a chain lock to come back, and when that shit first debuted, people complain about it the same way you're complaining about the freaking combos right now, like Mortal Kombat shit.
Well, 2K19 had the chain wrestling, right? The chain locks.
Yeah, that was the last time they had it.
Yeah, that's not too bad though. But right now, if they did go back to it, you're right though. A lot of people would complain and all that. So
I just feel like at least give us 1 or 2 more years with it, and then maybe kind of revamp the gameplay if it's not working out.
Yeah, but if they do that, I mean, dude, I'm like no issues at all. I mean, I know Roman's entrance was off. I know a lot of people don't like that, but.
And look, for the most part, I gotta be real with you. No, they're not bringing back chain wrestling. That was just a conversation. Don't be misled by what we're talking about. If you guys want to join our Discord community, we have a Discord community that you could join. Everyone's in there for the most part. I really think the gameplay for 2K22 was one of the strongest in any wrestling game, despite it maybe missing some of the chain stuff and things like that. So them carrying that over to 2K23, I thought was a pleasant, warm welcome. My biggest thing is that I want my guys to look proper. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes is missing fireworks. I think we could all agree.
Right. At least at the beginning, you know, when his entrance first hits. I know what you're saying.
He's missing smoke from the
Smoke.
tunnel.
Yeah.
And the camera doesn't pan behind him like that. But I like that. I like that they always show the crowd to show the depth of the arena. You could tell they love that camera angle. So I'm with it because I'm a sucker for that camera angle.
Well, I would just wonder, like, how in depth is the advanced entrances this year? I wonder if they're going to give us like a look at it, because if we can change camera angles and all, then I'll just go and just fix people's entrances who need to be fixed.
I think
Like,
it's going to be based on animation. Oh, well, no, actually, we used to be able to change camera angles. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they said it was the most depth like that they've had it. So
All right, so maybe we can change Roman Reigns' entrance a little bit.
yeah, I mean, I think his real interest is with Heyman, because even in 22, if you came out with him like solo,
I was kind of playing Jane.
Yeah, so it'll be with like Heyman
but you
for
know
sure.
that
I mean,
when he used to come out by himself, let me look at myself in the camera real quick. You know, and I'm gonna explain it to you because you probably don't have the stream pulled up. Like when Roman used to come out, the camera pans around behind him or whatever, and it goes to the side, and he does like this little, and puts the belt, and he walks to the ring. I really like that motion that he had. I didn't see him. I didn't see him moving the shoulder as much in the new entrances that they showcased. With the double title and shit.
yeah.
So that double title looked plain, man. It looked really plain, and it looked basic, and it kind of looked like a rip-off Roman Reigns. Like, it almost looked like if I was trying to imitate Roman Reigns versus Roman Reigns doing it himself.
Right. Well, that's another issue is the superstars are never mocapping their entrances. It's always just like other people just doing it, which they do pretty good, but
They'll use the whole storage of pyro for Cody's entrance. Exactly. How come you couldn't have that in the game? Maybe we could add the smoke. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into adding the smoke. Braun Breaker was one of my highlights of the day. Dog, when I saw I was texting my wife earlier because I was so bummed out. I was watching these entrances. When I saw the Kurt Angle one, oh my God. I would have loved to have recorded my genuine first reaction to seeing Kurt Angle come out. Like, I was so hyped. Same with Braun Breaker. And Rhea Ripley, those three right there were the ones that blew me out the water today.
Yeah, Braun's entrance was pretty good, and the title it had that little gap you were mentioning, but it wasn't noticeable like at all. It legit looked like it was on his shoulder.
Yeah, I loved it. And do they have the title like that in NXT still, that it looks like it has some colors?
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy. I do not watch that.
Yeah, I don't watch it either, so I don't know if they still have that same belt, because maybe that belt's outdated already. Let me see here. We are 13 subscribers away. 13 subscribers away from 10,200. If we have a few people in here that haven't subscribed to the channel, don't miss out on another stream or video. We're going to continue the conversation for WWE 2K23. We always do watch parties for the pay-per-views and Monday Night Raw and SmackDown for the most part. We're constantly talking about wrestling. We're going to play AEW when that comes out, AEW Fight Forever. We're going to play Wrestling Code. What's up?
Oh, just saying that's probably going to be the better game, but we're not going to get into it. I was just making a comment.
Man, you really want to get into it.
I'm just making a comment for the people out there, just so, people can tune in.
Look, guys, I'm excited. I'm excited as the next guy. Look at this dude saying, Lex, you tripping. The double title entrance was good, but he said that the game today, all the stuff that we saw was L's. The same dude that was saying that the games were L's is saying that the double title entrance for Roman Reigns is good.
They even let his entrance build up. He just walked out like a regular guy.
You must not be a Roman Reigns fan, because any real Roman Reigns fan would have felt like super like disrespected with that entrance.
Yeah, his entrance is basically like the Undertaker's, like how long it is, the build up and everything.
Slim came in here saying that the game today was a L, but came in here also saying that Roman Reigns' entrance was good. Yeah, he's trolling. So look, here's the thing. I have nothing against the art direction and style that AEW is going for. I'm actually for it because it's going to add variety to our taste palette, if you will, right? Our food palette or whatever. It's going to give us something else to be excited about and enjoy. But when we saw the gameplay footage for 2K23 today, versus the gameplay footage for AEW Fight Forever. AEW Fight Forever looks like it's from the Stone Age.
Yeah, that's not fair though. I mean, I'm pretty
How?
sure.
Forget about graphics. I'm talking about gameplay. The gameplay in AEW
Right,
Fight
but even
Forever was real spotty.
every build they've showed, they even said like it was never like fully developed or even like
But
polished. Like,
that's Ukes.
I just say maybe we should wait until they're finished and see some gameplay. But I can admit that the 23 gameplay looks better right now. You're right, it does.
I'm not even trying to bash. I'm just bringing up that like once you look at a game like AEW Fight Forever or some of these other games that are dropping or whatever, you realize that we have it good with WWE, man. We have it really, really good with WWE. And when all these people that are modding now on computer and adding all these things that we could download, it's just crazy. Sky's the limit. I've come to not have very high expectations with WWE games right now. The extra features are fine, but not mind-blowing. I mean, that's kind of like a Debbie Downer kind of way to put it, right? Like to not have I think having a realistic level of expectations doesn't necessarily mean you can't, like, having some sort of expectations is good. Not everything has to have high expectations. Like, the biggest misconception is that you need to have high expectations for everything, because half of the things you have high expectations for in life, you end up getting disappointed for the most part. But
Yeah, I don't know about high expectations, but
when your expectations are kind of like realistic and leveled, you usually get blown away. And you usually, like, have you ever gone into a movie with low expectations or almost like no expectation at all, and you end up walking out and loving it?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of the same thing with whether it's gaming or a car or a shirt or whatever you want to consider. When you have high expectations, it's kind of hard to match your expectation because you're judging something on this false expectation that you created in your head. You got to look at the facts. You got to look at the trajectory of where they're going and where it's been. The community creators are going to update everything that looks outdated in the first 3 weeks. I'm sure we're even going to get entrance updates too.
Yeah, the attires was another thing somebody complained about. Like, I mean, it's never been a big issue either because community creations, I mean, you see how fast they do attires after pay-per-views, like 2 or 3 hours afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Something. Nah. Artist Returns just said WWE games are starting to feel like Madden and NBA 2K. How can you say that when 2K22 was built from the ground up and they built it from scratch? Brand new engine, brand new setup. It was the first time that they had ever done it on their own. It's no longer Ukes. Ukes took all their animations and everything. I mean, the graphics. What do you mean? How is it starting to look like Madden and NBA if this is only the second game that they've ever made on their own?
Yeah, I don't know about. I mean, NBA and Madden are copy and paste for sure. I don't know about that.
Come on, you can't. Come on.
I will say this though: once we get a good look at all the game modes, then maybe.
That's not a fair assessment, man. I could pull up 2K23 screenshots right now and show you the difference between that and 2K22.
Yeah.
The moment that you don't see the changes anymore and it gets blurred like with Madden and some of these other games, then you could put it in the same category. But right now it's not fair. It's not fair at all. You got to be realistic. That's throwing dirt at them just to throw dirt at them. Seriously, now that 2K23 is around the corner, AEW would be an afterthought, wouldn't it? No doubt about it. They got to wait now.
Yeah, they got to wait a little while after that hype.
Now, I know this is not big, but I would like 2K to put 2 logos on the screen when you're making a show to make it feel like it's on TV. Yes, I agree. I agree, VJ. No, that's everything. It's part of the production for us, man. As fans of the wrestling world, that's something that means the world to us. So something little like that goes a long way. Just like earlier, didn't you guys see that at the top of the stream? I was talking about one of the positives being that they changed the menu. I was legit happy about that.
Yeah, that looked dope. I won't lie. The little changing background looked pretty cool.
Man. The honorary Usher, yeah, I did see that. Only things I didn't like was Roman's entrance and not all entrances in War Games. Exactly. They need to fix Roman's hair. Valid. They need to change it, not fix it, because
Change it, yeah.
there's nothing wrong with his hair per se, but they need to change it. I agree with that. I don't believe in that. It looks like NBA games now when what? When Elisa yeah, I don't think it looks like the NBA. You didn't see the menu? I wish I could show you the picture, but you guys should join the Discord, man. Everybody in the Discord keeps everyone up to date. Just becomes a roster update for me, outdated too, personally. And I've been playing these games since NES days. But what about fuller customization, more calls, more modes, music entrances? The music is always going to be a problem, man. It's always going to be a problem because it could hurt their brand with the type of stuff that people be doing online and the type of videos that will surface. And the consoles, they don't support that. There's no capability for you to sort.
The more game modes. Like, we don't need 10 game modes. We just need deeper game modes for the ones that we got right now.
The music, unless they were to do like a deal with Spotify or like Apple Music or something.
Like an integration. That could work.
Something like that, but then you have to pay for the subscription to have it. And then for more modes, I think the game has enough modes. They need to, like Jay just said, they need to dive deeper into what they have.
Yeah. Universe mode could, I think you said it in a stream earlier, you said Lionel named it number 2.
Yeah, Lionel said that after War Games, his most hyped up mode for people to look at is Universe, that it's a sleeper because no one's really talking about it, but they actually made some good changes that is going to set the mode for the future.
Yeah, which lets me believe that they probably did a lot more than people think with those changes. People just think they just added like little things or
just a selection mode.
Yeah. So
it's,
Universe mode usually carries the game from from one to the next release.
Yeah, for sure. MLB The Show lets you use custom music. 2K should do the same. How do you add the custom music? Through their server. Yeah, you could do it through their server on the cloud. But it's different, bro. The music that you're going to listen to is going to be for when you listen to the intro up to bat. When you put it in WWE, is literally to use it for superstars that they have in the game.
Oh no, Lex. The MLB, you use a USB drive like how you used to use it on the older gens.
Really?
Yeah. I had MLB 21. You use like a USB, you put your music on there, and then you plug it into your system.
Damn, I didn't know that. And you could do that on the Xbox as well?
Well, I'm not sure about the Xbox, but the PS4 and 5 you can.
We're still restricted to 100 calls and 1,000 logos. Yeah, I don't know. The custom music thing, I'm pretty sure that has to be a WWE thing. I don't know if WWE would want them to use it.
I know I think even like they had mentioned, somebody had said like on Twitter, like Vince didn't want that or something like that. You know how he was making.
So from my standpoint, I was just saying, because back then when I used to do the custom music, I used to upload the song to the console and save it on the console. But if you guys are saying that you could pull it from the USB, yes, I get it. That's possible.
Yeah, it's from the USB. At least with MLB, like I said, though, it's probably up to 2K or WWE to make that decision for it.
No, I think that is definitely one thing that should be addressed in the future. But I think the easiest way around that would be to use like Spotify or some shit.
Yeah. Because what's that game? The Wrestling Code, that they had said that they were going to integrate like a Spotify or Apple Music type thing for it.
Yeah, I know people like to bring up Wrestling Code and stuff like that, man, and to each his own. But Wrestling Code, Wrestling Code doesn't even tie the shoelace of WWE.
Dude.
Like they're like worlds apart. They're completely like on the opposite scale of the spectrum, man. Like it's just.
You're not gonna check it out?
What's that?
You're not gonna check it out?
Fire Pro? Is it out already? I mean, I think it's out already. Why would I check it out?
No, the Wrestling Code, the one that's coming out next year.
Oh no, Wrestling Code for sure, 1,000%. I'm really excited for that one. That one looks nice.
Yeah, no, that's the one I was mentioning. They was gonna bring the Spotify integration.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Fire Pro Wrestling, the one that
No. That one I can agree. Yeah, that's not my style at all. But he just off of that one.
Yeah, nah. Wrestling Code definitely looks like a good one. So we'll see how that one plays out. But whatever. To back to the 2K23 stuff that they showcased today. For better or worse, I still think a lot of the things I'm missing out. I just can't, bro. I can't. Like, it looks like those games from when I was a kid. Even worse than the N64 No Mercy. I know which one is Fire Pro Wrestling, man. I can't.
That's like some Atari type gameplay right there. Like no lie.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at it. I'm even looking at it right here. I looked up the pictures of it. Like, it's like a cartoon. Like it looks like it looks like Sega Genesis and shit. They have Hulk Hogan in there. I can't, man. I can't. That to me. That's pushing. That's pushing it. That's too much. 2K and WWE should let us use Apple Music or Spotify. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I think it comes down to WWE just not letting them. That's really the excuse.
Probably don't want that unlicensed music in their game personally. So
How's it going? What up, gamer? What's going on, man? They're going to fix Roman's entrance. They said it. Where did they say it, Angel? I want to hear it. I want to see this. Please link me to it. I want to see. Let me see. Where did they post this?
I mean, this is around the time they're gonna fix up that people complain about. Remember, we complained about the referee pinning before the game came out, and they fixed it.
Hold on. Let me see something. I'm on their main page. I don't see them posting that. You think the Bloodline Sammy will be in the game since there was an honorary U shirt? Yeah, I think they'll have the shirt. Did you like the gameplay? I thought the gameplay was awesome. I mean, it's a lot of the same stuff from 2K22, but I'm really happy that they kept what I liked from 2K22 and they just added to it. And then my biggest concern for 2K23 isn't that they messed up on the entrance or they didn't add this or that. It's mainly I want to see what universe mode my GM has to offer. Those are the two modes that I'm looking for. And then my faction is a nice bonus and my rise would be another bonus. They're going to fix it before it comes out. That's my comment. Yeah, but who said you're thinking that? I thought you said that they said that they were going to fix it. I don't think that they're going to fix it because that's, you know how long it takes to get those animations in the game? What up, Guan?
I doubt they're gonna fix. Maybe fix the timing, but they're not gonna like revamp it or redo it.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll fix it. You joined the Discord. That's what's up, LaFleur. That's awesome. Welcome to the channel. People complain about Liv's hair being too short. I thought her hair was long. If anything, I felt like her entrance animation was a little off.
Do you think they got her face scan right? Like your personal opinion?
From what I saw, I don't know. Not really, bro. They struggle with the women though. That's one thing that's always been a problem for them. Women always look a tad bit off. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of facial expressions and stuff like that.
I thought it looked kind of a little wonky.
Fire Pro Wrestling. They sell it. Let me see something. They got it on Steam for $30. Holy snap! On Xbox, PlayStation is $50, but that's the deluxe, I think.
You're gonna get it?
Not for no damn $50. That shit better cost like $10. I don't get it. Oh, it's not even a PS5 game. It's only PS4, huh?
Yeah.
GameStop has it for like $20. Because I feel like an asshole, bro. I like playing all sorts of games, and I feel like an asshole when I say, oh, no, I'll never play it. I sound like such an idiot.
I mean, for $10, I would get it.
No, but it's not 10. It's 21.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know about that one there.
$22. I'm looking at the gameplay, dog. I don't know. I can't. Multiplayer mayhem. I can't, dog. I like that it has like Kenny Omega and shit, but
They got custom music on there too.
I bet they do. They have a lot of stuff on here. I'm looking at it right here just to. Game modes galore. Ah, shit. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. 22 buckaroos. Lex, the customization is sick. It's basically a New Japan game with community creations. Yeah, community creations. Really?
Yeah, let them know.
Damn, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could play that though. I don't know. I don't know if I how do you go from 2K23 to that?
See, that's your problem, man. You're trying to compare it.
Nah, I'm not. Like, I'm talking about in terms of like the genre of wrestling.
You think you can go from 2K to Fight Forever?
Yeah. Yeah, I played 2K15 the other day.
How was that, by the way? I seen you posting that in the Discord.
It looked pretty good. It looked pretty good still. It held up pretty nicely. Advanced interests mean crashes. That's what I think too. Pull the trigger, bro. You'll be glad you did. I skipped between the two. I got Fire Pro on my Steam Deck and PS5. So what? Which one is like the latest Fire Pro game? You'll get hooked as a Fire game and no mercy mods. Double title entrances are back. Yep. It just sucks that they showcase a double title entrance on Roman Reigns and it ain't even accurate. One thing that we didn't even mention in this whole stream is that they talked about how they brought back, not that they brought back, but the community creation suite is going to be better than ever. And that they announced it the other day, but they reiterated that in that interview. Lionel Jinx brought it up in the interview that he's really proud of the community creation suite this year, with the addition of how superstars will now look and feel like regular wrestlers versus sticking out.
Yeah, he said it would look. He said they would look spot on, or not spot on, but like pretty close to the in-game models. I don't know how truthfully that is, but we'll see.
Sam Roberts said online Royal Rumble matches are back. I don't know. I watched it. I don't remember him saying that. Fire Pro World is the last one they made. Fire Pro World. Oh, yeah, that's the one that I found here. Oh, my God. This is from 2017. This game should be like freaking $10. Oh. When will the overall ratings get revealed? I think within the next week, probably like next week, we'll start to get them from up, up, down, down. They're the ones that are doing the ratings reveal show. They never say your name. GameSpot previewed 2K and said that the gameplay is smoother and much more fluent than 2K22. Yeah, I saw it on the IGN did a video too. They said the game is going to end up being that it's good because it has like tweaks and stuff, but that it's not the big break that 2K22 was. 2K22 like broke the shell, and it really was like groundbreaking for the series because it was the one that they did themselves from scratch, blah blah. They're saying that this one is not going to advance the series as much as the one from last year did, but that that.
Well, I mean, is it supposed to though? Like 20 was horrible, so I mean, of course 22 is gonna be like
Yeah, groundbreaking.
groundbreaking. Yeah.
And they took a 2-year break too. Remember?
Yeah. They only got a year for this one. Not even a full year. I think like
No,
that
yeah,
last month.
right? About a year.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
because
wasn't expecting no groundbreaking gameplay changes,
so
nor even the graphics changes.
the thing is that they already start working on the next game after like before it launches, so they're probably already working on the next one. You get me?
Yeah.
Everyone who plays the game says the moves were more fluid. Curious on how so? I noticed on the videos, man. The video, like the motions, like even on the Cody Cutter and have you seen the curb stomp that Seth Rollins does now off the turnbuckle?
Yeah, someone sent it in the Discord. I haven't seen like a full match yet though. I'm gonna watch some later.
I've seen pieces of it. I haven't seen the like. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about like war games and shit. But yeah, Roman Reigns' spear looks amazing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Rhea Ripley entrance. For me, my top entrances that I saw today were Kurt Angle, Rhea Ripley, and Braun Breaker.
Groundbreaking, yeah. Today. Okay.
Yeah, today. Not Cody is Cody. Come on now.
I'm gonna say Cody. Yeah, man. I was gonna say.
Cody is the number one, fool.
Yeah. I gotta tweak it up a little bit when I get it, but it'll be number one for sure.
I'm gonna add the freaking smoke.
And like the little fireworks that that little go off before he walks out.
Yeah, right before the music hits.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to add it then.
Nah, I doubt it.
So what do you think about Becky Lynch?
Her attire was a weird choice, and that makeup was a little crazy. I won't lie. Not a big fan of that.
So what's the best thing you saw from today?
Today?
Yeah.
War games. I think that should be the only answer. And to be honest, War Game was the best thing I've seen. Graphically, it still looks good. I wasn't expecting a big change. But War Games was for sure the best thing I've seen.
The only thing I was waiting for is chain wrestling. It's a wrestling game, not Street Fighter.
I'm telling you, hey, look, whoever just said that, I'm telling you.
You all can waste your money on another reskin while I wait for 50% discount. But why do you have to say it like that? Like, who cares? Yeah, wait for it. Nobody's telling you otherwise, bro.
Yeah.
I would love to have more camera angles, and I hope that the table break glitch / stuck in the crowd thing is fixed. I'll get it, but not the $100 version like I normally do. I'm still playing 2K22. Fair enough. I argue War Games is innovative. I would love a classic DLC pack NWA for War Games. Would love to see Warriors, Dusty, Horseman. Cody Cutter was special for sure. Ron Entrance is fire with the Rainbow NXT title. Yup. One problem I had with 2K22 didn't have the announcer. You can call your random name creation. I like Mike Rome. Straight Edge said War Games. Yeah, for me, besides the entrances, it has to be War Games, right?
Yeah, War Games for sure.
I liked how crisp the gameplay looked for sure, though. Like the movement was very fluid. Which edition are you getting? I'm getting the Icon. Why didn't we see Rey Mysterio after last year? It was all about him. Because they focus on everybody else for the War Game stuff, We'll see Rey down the road for sure. I'm thinking, if you had to predict, what do you think this game is going to get from a 1 through 10 from you? Like, what's your expectation in terms of like, because I remember I gave like 2K22 like a 9 or a 10. I gave it like a 10. I didn't care because I played it so much and loved it. But what do you think realistically? What would you give?
You gave it what, a 10? 22?
Yeah. No, because I was basing it on the fact that I just played it and had endless fun with it. You get me? I wasn't trying to be like a hard
Yeah,
critic.
I mean that's all that matters at the end of the day is you have fun. So
Yeah, I wasn't rating it like a critic. Like a critic, I think it was like an
yeah,
8.5.
I would probably give it a. I would give it a 9 because I did have. It was I had a lot of fun playing it.
No,
I'm not
but
even
this
gonna
one,
sit up here
23.
and act like.
What number you think you're gonna give 23? So you gave 22 a 9. Do you think this one's gonna be better?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, War Games, I'm gonna play the mess out of it. So I'm gonna probably give this. I'll probably give it a 9.5, probably even a 10 if the universe mode and everything is how I expect it to be.
I do applaud them for doing that stupid 24-hour download limit. Yo, somebody said in the Discord about the reversal system that they bring back limited reversals. Do you know by chance?
I didn't see I didn't see any changes in that.
Favorite thing from today was the gameplay. Yeah, man. I just feel like the gameplay was so crisp, so clean. From everything we saw, I just felt really happy with it. No bar for reversal. Oh, so it's unlimited reversals again. Overall, did I like what I saw?
Are you a fan of
Yes.
the unlimited?
Nah, I hate unlimited reversals.
You hate it?
Yeah. Unlimited reversals? Yeah, I hate that shit. They added fatigue so you can't go ham. That's good. Man, look, guys. So it's funny because I spent the last almost 2 hours talking about, guys, we need to be positive or be grateful or whatever. Enjoy what we got. If you don't like this, you don't like that, it's okay. This is that, whatever. And I didn't really ultimately put my feels out there,
Oh,
Um, yeah, I didn't even really talk about Edge's new model. I thought Edge's new model looked good. His hair could have looked a little better. I felt like when he moved down, like you saw like a piece of it, it didn't really look real, but probably can't reverse one fatigue. That'll be amazing if that's the case. I really enjoyed how fluid the gameplay looked. Just visually, the gameplay definitely looked very clean, and I'm glad that they kept it with the 2K22 stuff, but tweaked. The fact that it feels a lot like 22, I have no issues with that at all. I think War Games is a technical achievement for them to have accomplished with the 2 rings and the 2 cages and the getting the weapons. I thought that was something like, I don't think people can grasp how complicated that is. The gameplay that I saw, it wasn't 4K, but I think it was high res though. The animations and the moves that I saw, like I remember I saw Cody reverse. It was him and Seth Rollins in the ring, and I saw like a little back and forth between them. I was just blown away. I was like, holy snap, like this shit looks really good. So between that and seeing, some of my most overhyped characters that I'm excited for, I was definitely very, very satisfied, and it made me more excited, and I'm looking forward to 2K23 even more now, because I didn't know how I was gonna feel seeing that the game was gonna be a lot like 2K22. Even though I kept saying it all year, I kept saying, oh, I just want the modes to be deeper. I want them to do more. I didn't know that would be the case, literally. So the fact that it's the new pinning bar, I'm gonna try to get used to it, because the tapping one, after like the 3rd time that they do the finisher and you go get pinned, you're usually gonna lose the match. Problem had with 2K22 is The Rock can't have hair, but this game Rock has beard. Yeah, he has beard. DLC, new match types, referee, casket. What? They're not gonna do the DLC. They already confirmed is only characters. Jay had to go. He said, "It's just a beta. They have time to change things. They have time to tweak things for sure. And as more time passes, I just hope that they dive deep into some of these molds, which is what I said to you guys earlier. I want them to focus on the serious stuff. My GM, Universe, My Rise, Online, My Faction, those molds, they need to make sure that those molds are loaded with fun, because yes, we have war games. Yes, Creation Suite is going to be endless, but is the game at its core going to have that fun, endless feeling that we used to get from some of the other games, you know? Have they said if War Games is going to be online? Yeah. War Games is going to be online. I'm disappointed. I'll pass on it and wait AW5 forever. That's how you feel, man. If that's how you feel. I'll say this. It's still very, very early, and we need to hear more about the game, because seeing gameplay of it like we saw today, it didn't really reveal much. Smack Talk has it in 4K. Nice. I think it was Smack Talks that I was watching that he had issues with like the sound a little bit. I think Fight Forever will have better physics. Well, the physics is actually one of the things that they were struggling with mightily in Fight Forever. But like I mentioned earlier, guys, we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, which will have a nice giveaway at 20,000 subscribers. We are just crossing 10,000, so I'm trying to get to 15K, and we're 13 subscribers away from 10,200. So if you're new to the channel, don't miss out on another stream like this where we talk about it, where we play games. You haven't talked about the payback system? What about it, Carter? Where we do watch parties. We do watch parties here. We're going to play AEW Fight Forever. We're going to play Wrestling Code. We're constantly streaming here. I have a variety of old games that I'm still going back to, like WWE 2K14, for example. So just know that if you like wrestling, we got you covered on here. More money for Lex? How does that equate to more money for me? Looking forward to Fight Forever to destroy Darby Allin. Yeah, bro, Darby Allin. Did you see Joe's stitches? Yeah, 2K14 was really good. Suplex into the ring was good. It's more simple but interesting. Nice. Yeah, I gotta take a deep dive into that. Who do you think is the best female character model? Rhea Ripley. Nah, subscriptions is on Twitch. If you subscribe to somebody on Twitch, it's because you're paying them. Subscribers on here just means you're following. More money on here would be members, which I do have the memberships. Y'all better subscribe. We're trying to get to 15K, man. We're trying to get to 15K right now. Trying to get as many subscribers as we can. Keep y'all posted. When is Wrestling Code coming out? Honestly, they haven't given us a teaser for it. It should be coming out probably within the next year and a half. I think it's coming out. They're still scanning people and putting stuff into the game. It's a small studio, so it's going to be a while. But you only got one bar to do okay, but oh shit, it takes away your signature. Okay, makes sense. But on that note, man, I'm very satisfied. We went over all the stuff that came out today. We went over the gameplay. We went over the entrances. We went over the new details for Universe and My GM that they teased. War games. I'm glad that a lot of you guys are excited for it. It's unfortunate that you guys that are disappointed are feeling like let down by what you've seen so far, but I'm hopeful that they're going to show more stuff. I'm hopeful they're going to show more stuff that it's going to get everyone excited and back on the wagon again. So, again, subscribe. I can't stress it enough. I'm trying to get y'all to tune in. And we'll be back with another stream soon. And we got more videos dropping. And if you guys love gaming in general, want to follow my other channel, I got another channel as well where I play and talk about other stuff too. I'm advertising so you guys know what's up with LexxExpress. We got a lot going on over here. You won't want to miss out. And if you want to join the Discord and be part of the awesome community, go ahead. You haven't seen the new info? Troyski, just scroll up on Discord. Everyone has been keeping everyone posted on Discord. Everything's up on Discord. See you on GTA 6 or maybe on GTA 5. Take care, guys. Have a great day.
The only way to win at life, I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said.